All right, y'all. So once again, we don't have the mic. I think there's a way to. I think there's a Bluetooth for this. I'm gonna check that out and see how that sounds. I don't know if Bluetooth transmits the sound as good. I'm assuming it does, because I know the Bluetooth mics. You know, it connects to. It doesn't connect to the Bluetooth mic. It's a lightning or whatever. So yeah, it's gonna be some storming tonight. So I might, from time to time, I might be switching my glasses depending on how it goes and stuff, because you know how my eyes have became sensitive, man, over the years messing with these screens and stuff. So I'm gonna do a 2-part series. I forgot to upload this other video I was supposed to upload hours ago. Let me see how this works at night. Let me see what looks better. Let me see. No, I'll put them back on because my eyes are still kind of. But if it was a little lighter, I would. So yeah, it is gonna be very, very dark. I think I need to turn up the. Anyway, we'll rock out, y'all. We'll rock out. I'm gonna try to make it comfortable for myself. So anyway, today, I'll leave that for the other video. Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about a story, and I covered this story I think some time ago. I was breaking down to one of my homies where the originality of the quote-unquote DEI occurred. Now, I've covered this many times, but like he was asking questions because he don't really get into all that stuff. He just knows about affirmative action, and I said that's the new affirmative action. And of course, if you look into the stats, you see who's the main beneficiaries of that. So we covered that already. All right, so now this is a story about me working in that environment that I was talking about in South Minneapolis, where the head executive director, the head honcho of this establishment, I'll say, where I was the lead tech, so to say, dealing with database administration as a data analyst. Okay? Now, the head lady in charge, or should I say the HNIC, the head Negro in charge was a black woman. She was probably in her late 50s. You can't never tell how old a black woman is half the time. So she probably would have been much older, but you know, you can't never tell half the time. That's why a lot of times, you know, when we used to be in our 20s, we'd ask, you know, we didn't want to ask women their age, but we asked them because we wanted to make sure they was age. You know, half the time you can't tell. Half the time we would ask, and they say you never ask a woman that, but we would ask, right? And most time they'll tell you. Most time a sister will tell you. Now some women will tell you, man, don't be asking my age now. Don't be doing that, because they may be vain about their age. They trying to keep them years down. Even if they don't look it, they still trying to keep them years down. They know that's value. Anyway, the sister, it's raining pretty good out here. I got to get off on, oh man, yeah, it's raining. I ain't expect this, but I wasn't paying attention to the weather much. So the sister was the head person in charge of this organization, right? And so there were some people that were getting ready to go to lunch. I typically didn't really go to lunch a lot of times with them, all that, because I kind of knew what it was to a certain degree. So they'd ask me if I kind of eat. I would go to, my grandma's house. She lived close. And I just go eat there. I go get something to eat. I might grab her a burger, whatever the case may be. They were getting ready. I was getting ready to leave for lunch. And they were having a discussion about how, and she was speaking in code, but I understood. In so many words, when the sister was running the show, somebody she was talking to, she was trying to speak. Now, this is your boss now. This is your boss. Right? She was running the show, And the white liberal, the so-called George Floyd, oh, Mike Brown, oh, Trayvon Martin, oh, Trayvon, oh, it's the right wing, it's the racist right. All of them, yeah, they was the ones undermining her. Oh, Trayvon, DEI, and Peel BIPOC, and they was the one undermining her. Didn't want to listen to her. Didn't follow orders. She's the boss. Didn't want to follow orders. Oh, minorities and minorities. All of that. But when it came down to listening to what the sister said, her word wasn't law in that environment. They just walked right past her. She speak to them sometimes, and she was in a group. It was some black folks, but it was in like the cool group, the group that you could kind of, and you know what I used to do? A lot of times, they didn't like a black woman in authority. And you know, I ain't gonna lie, when I first, because see, there was a manager that left, and I ain't had no manager for a while, so there was like an interim manager. So I was kind of like my own boss for a little while, for quite some time. So, you know, we still have these little, you know, one-on-ones and whatnot, and man, listen. So we start talking and doing things, and so at first I wasn't bucking her authority or nothing like that. I just didn't really see the need to have them, but I guess they try to make it like a Scrum environment or an Agile environment, which in that sense, they simulated it. Meetings every week and several meetings and all this kind of stuff like that, and I looked at it like, man, this ain't IT. Why all these damn meetings? So I'm walking past. The lady's like, listen, man, you know, they're having a discussion about how they treat her. And I walked past, and I said, less contact, less conflict. She said, You know, the older black women would say, You know, they do that little, I said, less contact, less conflict. She kind of jerked her head back a little bit like, that's a bar. Oh yeah, it's boring. Y'all probably gonna hear the rain, so I'm going to shout over, and I'll put my microphone on once I get back in the car. So now, oh yeah, it's too loud. It's real loud. So check this out. So now, they not wanting to hear anything she got to say. And I can tell, well, this been going on for a while. I don't know what was going on initially, but I can tell. Now, mind y'all, this is supposed to be one of the highest levels of DEI. Oh, George Floyd. This was right before Floyd. So I'm telling y'all, I seen this shit. I witnessed it directly. How these companies start using you know what I'm saying? They use that as a way to knock us off a couple little crumbs and stuff. And I ain't mad at the black folks getting nothing, but I know what it is. I'm not gonna lie to y'all about that. So check this out. I jump up and we start talking about the situation at hand. Yeah, we start talking about the situation at hand. I'm gonna put the microphone on because it's too loud. I'm gonna put the microphone on, y'all. So we start talking about the situation at hand. I'll be back.